Hello dear students, welcome back to your biology class, and in our today's class we will cover these topics. So let's start from the discovery of the cell. So first of all, Aristotle introduced the concept of the cell in 384 to 322 BC. Then an English physicist came whose name was Robert Hooke. Robert Hooke introduced the term cell in 1665 AD. He developed a simple microscope and observed the cells of cork. So the discovery of first cell goes to Robert Hooke. After that, a scientist named Antony van Leeuwenhoek came. He designed an improved microscope in 1674 AD. He observed the live cells of bacteria and protozoans and named them animalcules. So the discovery of first living cell is done by Leeuwenhoek. Then Jacques Janssen and Hans Lippershey in 1590s designed the first operational compound microscope, which was improved later. Now let's go through the parts of a compound microscope. At the top of the microscope, we have an ocular lens, or we can say eyepiece, which helps in formation of an erect image of an object. It is fitted on the body tube. Now there is a circular revolving nose piece which serves to hold the objective lens. Now the objective lens fitted on the nose piece are convex lens of high power. These helps to magnify the image. Now there are two stage clips which are used to hold the slide tightly. A condenser lens which helps to focus the rays of light on the object. It is fixed just below the stage. The light source provides adjustable light to the object. Now the base provides horizontal support to the microscope on ground. The coarse adjustment knob helps to focus the objective lens on the object, and the fine adjustment knob helps to provide the precise and sharp image. Now the stage is rectangular plate which is used to keeping the slide of an object. In the center, it bears a round hole for the passage of light. Now the arm is a vertical part which is used to handling the instrument. So students, कंपाउंड माइक्रोस्कोप के बाद कुछ साइंटिस्ट ने सोचा कि लाइट की बजाय हम इलेक्ट्रॉन बीम को यूज कर सकते हैं इमेजेस को और बड़ा करके देखने के लिए. सो अर्नस्ट रस्का और मैक्स नॉल ने 1931 के अंदर इलेक्ट्रॉन माइक्रोस्कोप की डिस्कवरी की. उन्होंने लाइट की बजाय इलेक्ट्रॉन बीम को यूज किया और किसी भी ऑब्जेक्ट को 2 लाख टाइम्स बड़ा करके देखा, जिसकी वजह से सेल्स के बिल्कुल छोटे छोटे स्ट्रक्चर्स को और ऑर्गेनेलीज को भी डीपली देखना पॉसिबल हो पाया. सो हाईली मैग्नीफाइड माइक्रोस्कोप्स की हेल्प से सेल्स की और ज्यादा डिटेल में स्टडी हुई और उसी के बेसिस पे दी गई सेल थ्योरी. सो स्टूडेंट्स, व्हाट इज सेल थ्योरी? सेल थ्योरी इज एन यूनिवर्सली एक्सेप्टेड थ्योरी एंड इट हैव 3 tenets. फर्स्ट वन इज all living organisms are made up of one or more cells. That means सभी organisms एक या एक से ज़्यादा सेल से मिलके बने हुए हैं. And the second point is cells are the basic structural units of all organisms. Cells ही सभी organisms की सबसे छोटी यूनिट हैं. And the third one is all cells originate from pre-existing cells. कि सभी cells पहले बने हुए सेल से ही originate होते हैं. Now let's find out the history behind this cell theory. So students, in 1838, a botanist Matthias Jakob Schleiden from Germany observed the large variety of plant tissues. While in 1839, a German zoologist Theodor Schwann also critically observed the animal tissues. Then both of these scientists compare their results. Then they find out that plant tissues are similar with the animal tissues. So students, उन दोनों ने ये conclusion दिया कि सभी plants और animals cells से मिलके बने हैं, but वो fail हो गए ये explain करने में कि cells बनते कैसे हैं. So इस cell theory को modify किया 1855 में एक scientist रुडोल्फ विर्चो ने. उन्होंने एक आर्टिकल में अपनी स्टेटमेंट दी ओमनी सेलुला ए सेलुले, जिसका मीनिंग था एवरी सेल अराइजेस फ्रॉम सेल. दिस स्टेटमेंट इज ऑल्सो गिवन बिफोर दैट टाइम. In 1850, a scientist Robert Remarque also gives the same statement. He said cells originate from pre-existing cells, but he rejected. So, however, after so many attempts, Rudolf Virchow get the success and he gave the modern cell theory. Now let's summarize